We didn't expect this many fans to come out.
K-pop is a dangerous black hole. It sucked me in.
We would love to have a single in English.
On the Twitter, Britney Spears followed me.
will.i.am, Akon, Kanye have all reached out into the K-pop world.
Hey, what's up? We're big.
Bam!
2012 is destined to be remembered as, among other things, the year that mainstream America was introduced to K-pop, as in pop music from Korea. Now, Fuse spent a lot of time with K-pop bands in 2012, but for this look at the genre's impact in the States, let's go back to the moment most Americans learned of its existence, with a funny little video called Gangnam Style by a curious Korean rapper called Psy.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
I released this video at YouTube on July 15th, and from that time, I just released it for Korean fans who's using YouTube. That was all. I didn't mean anything overseas. I didn't check the number of clicks, and somehow my manager is saying, and hey, you gotta check the YouTube. Why? I saw like multiple countries' languages in my ripples, and like start increasing like million at a day, and within 60 days, I'm here.
Gangnam Style was going viral, but the pass around was turbocharged with early tweets from musicians like T-Pain and Britney Spears.
On Twitter, Britney Spears followed me. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever experienced.
Psy soon appeared on Ellen, where he personally taught Britney how to horse dance. That video alone now has more than 50 million views. Next came an American television blitz. He popped up on The Today Show, Saturday Night Live, and the MTV VMAs.
I went to VMA and I do the dance move with the Kevin Hart. I saw a lot of celebrities sitting down there, and in my mind, I was like, wow, look at him. Wow, look at her. In the meanwhile, they were saying the same thing. Oh, look at him. So I was like, what? Look at me? Look at you.
And despite being a viral video recorded in a foreign language, Gangnam Style actually began making its way up the Billboard charts.
Psy reached #2 on the Hot 100, blocked by Maroon 5. Damn you, Maroon 5. And he has topped the rap genre chart, which thrilled people who were K-pop fans and appalled hip-hop fans.
Why so serious?
All of a sudden, people in America were intrigued by this crazy new genre called K-pop, but this crazy new genre has actually been around for decades, and it's huge, just not here.
How big is the K-pop market? $3.4 billion. That's up about 27% since last year. It's big. In fact, in the music industry, up anything is a good and fairly amazing figure.
Despite the attention Psy has brought to K-pop this year, he's not actually widely considered part of the genre. Generally, K-pop is just that, pop music, but throttled to a level America was never awesome enough to assemble. Think unshakable hooks, eye-popping outfits, and expertly executed choreography.
Wow, fantastic, baby.
뭐 아무래도 싸이 형 때문에.
Any way you put it, because of Psy, K-pop and many Korean musicians have been receiving a lot of interest.
Those are the 5 members of Big Bang. They're one of the world's hottest K-pop groups, and we caught up with them during sold-out stops at 2 U.S. arenas.
예전에는 뭐랄까 뭐 이런 미국 시장.
In the past, when it came to the US market, Billboard seemed like a really distant idea. But Korean music is now receiving a lot of love worldwide. That makes us want to work harder and chart on an even higher level.
They've also begun working with U.S. producers. 2 members of Big Bang, GD and Top, recorded the international hit Knockout with U.S. super producer Diplo. The video's instant popularity caught even Diplo off guard, as you can see from this Facebook post.
will.i.am, Akon, Kanye have all reached out into the K-pop world, signing artists, producing artists. If you're an American musician touring the world and suddenly seeing this and you've never seen it before, you're like, what's going on here? This looks big.
What's up, E21?
The next cross-cultural collaboration we expect to see will likely come from the white-hot girl group 21, who have been working with will.i.am. Now, we caught up with the group for their very first American concert.
I'm loving it here. It's our second time coming as 21 to perform, and it's our first concert here. And we had so much fun with our fans, and everybody enjoyed our music, and it was great.
What is next for 21?
We would love to have a single in English so more people could connect to it.
K-pop groups talk a lot about the love they get from fans, and for good reason. The devotion of K-pop fans is legendary, and we saw it for ourselves last fall at the first annual K-Con in Los Angeles. K-Con was an arena-sized convention and concert devoted exclusively to the genre.
What's up, we 21?
No, you're not. You are fans. And so's this. Meet Soy. She is the founder of Socified, the biggest international fan club for one of K-pop's biggest current groups, Girls' Generation. Now, Girls' Generation is not only big in terms of popularity, they had the most watched K-pop video on YouTube before being unseated by Psy. They're also just big in terms of bigness. There are 9 members of the group. Now, meanwhile, their fan club, Socified, has hundreds of thousands of members and a website that draws 10 million views every month.
The role of the fan club is very important, especially with the amount of exposure they're getting in the international realm. K-pop fans are very passionate. That's something that's very different than other American groups. You might like Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears, but sometimes, you're not as loyal to them. You just like music. But in K-pop, they get really into everything about them, their movies, their magazines, everything.
At K-Con, we also spent time with Simon and Martina, 2 Canadians who live in Korea and chronicle the world of K-pop on their website, Eat Your Kimchi. Now, to be clear, these 2 are not musicians, they're vloggers, but even they were so swarmed by fans that they couldn't leave the VIP area without security. That's the kind of devotion K-pop inspires, even in America.
Over the 4.5 years that we've been in Korea, that the bands are starting to take on a more international approach. So in a group you'll have a Chinese singer or 2 fluent English speakers who can appeal to different markets around the world. And I know that's not accidental. That's definitely on purpose to try to reach out to that international audience. So before, when reaching audience outside of Korea was just an accidental byproduct, now it seems like it's intentional and fundamental in the building of a K-pop band.
Indeed, the K-pop industry is dominated by 3 labels who have won much attention for the way they manufacture new groups. It is a highly efficient factory system. For example, at K-Con we met the group EXO, or at least one of them. There are in fact 2 EXOs, exo-k and exo-m. The groups perform the same songs, except exo-k sings them in Korean for Korean audiences, while exo-m translates the lyrics into Mandarin for Chinese audiences. Same music, same videos, super efficient, and the appeal even translates to the United States.
Even though it's only our second time here in the States and we can receive this many love and support, we really appreciate it. It is definitely surprising. We didn't expect this many fans to come out.
There have been rabid K-pop fans in the US for years, and a handful of K-pop bands that have tried but largely failed to gain a foothold in the US market. So the question for 2013 is, will the success of Psy finally drive the genre into the American mainstream?
Wonder Girls, Girls' Generation are both trying to set up camp and build some American base. Right now, it works on the live market. They can sell out shows really quickly. We're talking about arena shows that can sell out in about 2 hours. So if you can put 17,000, 18,000 fans in an arena to see your music, maybe you can sell 17,000, 18,000 singles, not so much.
Pop music in a country isn't necessarily reflective of what's good in a country. It's reflective of a country's mentality. So Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga here are huge, but they're not on the radio in Korea. Not because they're bad, but because they don't reflect Korean culture. So we're not sure how much K-pop will actually reflect American culture enough to be part of mainstream radio.
Girls' Generation make you feel the heat.
Girls' Generation tries to break the US market by recording a song in English because the accepted wisdom is, it's America. We like things sung in American. What makes Psy so interesting, it's not K-pop coming to America and saying, hey, we've got to figure out how to do this here in a different language. It's K-pop succeeding on its own terms.
For me and for all the Koreans, it was a dream to knock the US market with our own languages. I want to do it in Korean. It's going to be history for my country. So I did it.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Thanks for watching our K-pop report. If you'd like to see our extended interviews with any of the groups, well, hey, give them a click.